Put your hands together. Come on now. That wasn't the truth. I don't know what the truth is. Somebody say that's the truth. You know it's the truth. Say yeah. Open up your mouth. Say yeah. Yeah, that's the truth. We come here today because democracy is dead in Michigan. Repeat after me. Democracy is dead in Michigan. Repeat after me. Open your mouth. Say democracy is dead in Michigan. Open your mouth. Say democracy is dead in Michigan. Some of you like democracy this morning. Repeat after me. Say democracy is dead in Michigan. Say democracy is dead in Michigan. Everybody say save the vote. Save the vote. Save the vote. Save the vote. Stop the violence. Save the vote. Stop the violence. Save the vote. We marched too long. We marched too long. We fought too hard. We fought too hard. Save the vote. Save the vote. No public act forward. No public act forward. No voter suppression. No voter suspension. Save the vote. Save the vote. Now. Save the vote. Now. Stop the violence. Now. Save the children. Now. Protect the workers. Now. Protect the workers. Now. Save the vote. Now. Stop the violence. Now. Stop the violence. Save the vote. Let me hear you scream. Some of you not gonna make it. This is a marathon. Open up your mouth. Let me hear you make some noise. I'm gonna give you one more shot. Open up your mouth and make some noise. Now, the last time I was at a funeral and somebody's loved one was killed, the family was upset about that. So here, democracy in Detroit, in Flint, in Benton Harbor, in Hamtramck, in Highland Park, in the state of Michigan, dead. Somebody ought to be upset about that. Some of y'all say, fired up, ready to go. Dead. Now somebody said to me, they said, Reverend Bullock, what do you mean democracy is dead? I said, well, we got voter suspension. We got voter suppression. Public Act 4 suspends the vote. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you interpret it. I don't care how you analyze it.
That's right.
If you elect a mayor, you elect city council in your municipality, if the municipality has the right to home rule, local self-determination, you elect your school board, they have the right to run the district, and then the governor occupies the school district or the city with an emergency manager, then that is not right. It is a violation of voting rights. It is a destruction of the democratic process. And now my voice is silenced, and my vote is made null and void. Because now we have an unelected bureaucrat, and We'll just cut police officers. We'll cut firefighters. We'll take lights out of your city. We'll tell you to move from the family home and relocate when we want you to relocate. We don't have to ask you anything because you don't have the right to vote anymore. Maybe that's the connection. Connection is if we take your voice and your vote, we can make you do what we want you to do.
That's right.
So we're here today because our voice and our vote has been put together. Liberty has been left. Michigan is the new Mississippi. Democracy has been dismantled. Voter suspension. Then there's voter suppression. I mean, if suspension was just a fun thing, but now there's voter suppression. Bills in the House, State House now, Bill 741 through 745, 803 to 831. That will change voter registration in Michigan forever. Legal women voters say we're not even going to register anybody to vote. For 500,000 unregistered African Americans in Michigan right now. 9 million unregistered African Americans in the country right now. 39 states have voter integrity bills. We don't have to steal the election outright, Mr. Obama. We'll just change the point. We suspend democracy so those who can vote are apathetic. And then we suppress voter registration activity so those who are not registered will not be able to. Voter suspension and then voter suppression. Voter suppression. Ballots now will be cast if you don't have the right ID, which is a new ID. Those ballots will be challenged ballots. Al Gore would tell you if he was here, don't let him challenge your ballot. When you vote, your ballot is challenged, and someone can contest the outcome of the election, and the judge can say, don't count the challenge ballot. Voter suspension and voter suppression. Somebody said, isn't this hyperbole? Reverend, I said, no, the hyperbole is that after we bled, marched, and died, that we would still be fighting for the right to vote. That's the hyperbole. You had add insult to injury. Jack Martin, CFO of the city of Detroit. Somebody say Jack Martin. I want you to know his name. Say Jack Martin. CFO, Chief Financial Officer, the financial expert for the city of Detroit, put in place by way of the consent agreement, took away the people's right to vote, and then put in a CFO, and the CFO's best idea is, I'm going to ask the federal government for intervention. The CFO's grand idea is the idea we've been saying for the last 16 months. We need economic recovery. We need an urban reinvestment plan. We need a bailout for Main Street and not Wall Street. And his first order of business after appointing under the consent agreement is to say, you know what? I looked at everything and we need federal government help. You think I'm crazy because we buried his democracy. What's crazy is that a man would be appointed to administer city finances, and his best idea be we need federal intervention. Somebody say we've been saying that for 16 months.
That is not no news.
Michigan's budget 42% federal government. We told Governor Snyder that when he got elected. First week of office, we said 42% of the state budget is federal government. You want to turn Detroit around, you want to turn Flint around, Benton Harbor around, Michigan around. We need a federal urban policy. We don't need emergency management, we need emergency reconstruction. We don't need financial stability, we need financial recovery. Change the trade policy, stop sending manufacturing to democracy is under attack.
Mm-hmm.
And when people have no voice, or believe that, right? People's vote is made meaningless, destroys morale. And our real fight is not just a fight to change public policy, but it's a fight to change the culture of apathy. Even now, people are tired. They're tired of fighting back. Don't want to fight back. What's the point of fighting back? Over 800 bills passed with immediate effect. Over 600 of them anti-collective bargaining. Earned income tax credit, gone. Cash assistance for mothers and children on welfare, gone. Funding to educational institutions, reduced. City clerk of Detroit says, I can't even administer the election. Why we need more police? They cut the police budget in Detroit. So people are becoming hopeless. And so when you're hopeless politically, you're also hopeless socially. We must not only save the vote, but we must stop the violence. How do we do that? We must build a movement that reinvigorates the momentum for ordinary people. Fannie Lou Hamer was just a regular old person, old sharecropping woman.
That's right.
Harriet Tubman didn't have training. She didn't go to the Underground Railroad school. She had no special training.
That's right.
She had something on the inside that said, I'm not going to stay in the South any longer. We got more training, but we lost our heart. We got more learning, but we lost our burning. But even as I invited people to come today, they told me, I tried to bring somebody, but you know, people really don't want to fight back. We've lost our passion. Throwing parties of one now. Coming to events by ourselves. Presidents of local and labor unions showing up alone. We lost our passion, pastoring churches of 200 to 2,000 coming by ourselves. Houses full of children, leaving them at home, leaving grandchildren at home. Did not bring them to the funeral of democracy. We have lost our passion. Harriet said, I'm going to take them to freedom or I'm going to kill them on the way there.
That's right. That's right.
Bible in one hand, gun in the other. You going this way.
Or the other. That's right.
Malcolm said, by any means. Martin King said, I may not get there with you, but we gonna all go. We must not negotiate the terms of our own disenfranchisement.
That's right.
Only thing worse than slavery is adjusting to it. Just learn how to fight back. And so when we fight back, we build momentum that says not only can we reclaim the right to vote, but we can reclaim our neighborhoods and our schools that have to give them over to thugs and gangsters and criminality. We can reinvigorate block clubs and community organizations. I'm going to share this with you. Voter suspension, voter suppression. But then the city of Detroit has lost more people to gun violence in the last 10 years than were lost in the Iraq War. 3,532 soldiers killed in both Iraq War. 3,868 people in the city of Detroit lost to gun violence. Somebody say, stop the violence. Save the vote. The same people that we will need to get people out to vote are going to be the same people that we're going to need to get people to stop the violence. We're not connecting those dots. Same people we're going to need to patrol the neighborhoods are the same people we're going to need to register people to vote. It's the same crowd. Save the vote and stop the violence. So we come today to say we need your help. Rainbow, Michigan needs your help. Jobs of Justice needs your help. Home Ministry needs your help. Mason Radio needs your help. Detroit AFL-CIO needs your help. Protect the Vote needs your help. Screen Youth Ministry needs your help. We need your help. We need your help. We are announcing, we have announced, we are announcing again. Major initiative on August the 25th. Crusade for America Parent and Youth March against violence and poverty.
Yes.
We march for economic recovery. We march for democracy. We march to stop the violence. And everybody put that on their calendar today. March will begin in Highland Park at McGregor Library. We march north toward 8 Mile, not south towards the river. We don't want to drown. We want to cross the color line.
What's the date again?
August the 25th.
What's the date?
McGregor Library.
August 25th.
March will commence 12 noon, high noon. We march north toward the color line, 8 Mile. March will conclude in suburban Michigan, suburban southeastern Michigan. I want you to put that on your calendar now. Some of us have been talking about this now for over 12 months. We'll put that on your calendar as we mobilize. We need to organize around that. There'll be more information about that coming. But before that March, Father's Day is coming. I got a call from Reverend Jackson this morning, and he put something on my mind that we've been thinking about. Not only do we need to amp up our response to the destruction of democracy, but the Friday or Saturday before Father's Day, we have a major march on gun manufacturers in Michigan. Rochelle Riley will tell you the consent agreement is going to make us safe because it will allow the chief to downgrade police officers from their earned position to beat cops. That sounds like disenfranchisement to me, and you only talk about 300 cops. We must get to the root of the problem. That's the influx of AK-47s. There's no ban on assault rifles. And so we propose, leading up to our August 25th moment, there'll be other activities, major barbecue on the 4th of July, but on the Friday before Father's Day, I want you to look out for the announcement. We're going to have a major march on gun manufacturers in Michigan. Now, the National Rifle Association probably will attack us for that. Some of you are probably carrying, participating in the culture of violence. You have adjusted, you have capitulated. But we want you to join us as we move to change this culture.
That's right.
It has been said democracy is dead today, but it doesn't have to stay dead. There is resurrection power, but if it's going to come back from the dead, then we will have to be a part of raising it from the dead. There's an obituary in your program. You look at that at your leisure. We'll take a few moments to give you an opportunity that we're coming down to the end of our celebration of the life of democracy. We do have Pastor Robert Smith. He is going to eulogize, but before he comes, there was some that we'd asked to come and bring remarks. Maureen Taylor, fighting this issue so long, this podium here. Maureen will come, then Barry Ross, if he will come after Maureen, then the new president of Detroit, AFL-CIO, Brother Chris, if you'll come. I think those are the ones that we asked to come. I also want Kay to come from Jobs with Justice and just bring a word of remark. So able to do that, and we can do that. So Maureen, Barry, Chris, and Kay. Come on, let's receive Maureen Taylor. Then we'll have a song, and then I